Alright, good evening everyone. Today is Tuesday. It's now 5 PST, and that means we're going to be playing some SkyFactory3, finally, assuming all of the technical difficulties are over. For those who don't know, SkyFactory is a mod pack for Minecraft that takes a challenging approach to the game. You start out with nothing but a tree and a dirt block, as you will see, and the goal is to build up this monstrous automated factory. And we're going to name our world Set Party. We're going to be on original this time. So, here we go. Oh, great. Alright, so let's hope that Minecraft fixes itself here. This is off to a great start. It normally works really well. Sometimes it does this anyways, and then it'll... Yeah, perfect, it's working. Oh. Hi, Noel. You forgot something. Do you have arms? Oh, this world build is taking a little bit. So, the mods used in SkyFactory are meant to build on each other, so you can kind of form any resource you need out of something else, and you gain everything in progression. So, as you can see, we have here our tree, and there is one dirt block under this that we start with. In our inventory, we start with an achievement book, which takes us through the basics and gives us kind of a series of tasks to work on as we progress through this mod pack, but it's suggested order, not necessary to complete. We also have the Tinker's Construct book, which is about making tools, the Open Computers Manual, which is about in-game programming, and this digital guide for environmental tech, which I've never played with before. Then a tin nugget, a crappy builder's wand, a torch, and a bacon and a donut for the creator of the mod pack, which I think is Bacon Donut. So let's get moving. I'm going to make a crafting bench first. So our initial goal is to dig through this tree, get ourselves a little platform, and then we can get rolling with producing something besides what we have here. Yes, bacon. It's delicious, and food is going to be an early problem in this. I'll make that into a crafting station. Here we go. Get a bunch of platforms. And this one dirt block is essential, because this is the only way we're going to be able to grow more trees. And if we want to do anything else, that first tree is absolutely vital. So I want to build up a platform far enough that I can catch the sapling as it falls. And then once we're there, we'll grow up a couple trees, gather enough wood that we can start looking at other resources. So I need a crook. The crook allows you to harvest leaves directly and gives you a much higher chance of getting something out of them. This mod pack also uses vein miner, so I can break the whole thing in one go. So look at that. Decent start. The other great thing about this is we're going to spend the first like 20 minutes of this dancing, because dancing is how you make trees grow, if you don't want to spend like 20 minutes staring at it. So. Let's do it this way. I think I can vein mine the tree with a sapling. Yes. Fantastic. Hey Steve, how's it going? How's your blizzard? Oh, my crook broke. I'm just gonna make the heavy duty model right now. Oh, how much time did you spend shoveling? Oh, my saplings. Goodbye, saplings. trees are going well. Just started, but we didn't lose anything this time, so we actually get to roll, which is great. And I didn't fall off the tree, so bonus points. All right, so I'm going to build up the platform a little bit more now. And then our next order of business is going to be getting dirt. We need some more dirt blocks so that I can grow a couple more trees. So with what we've got here, I've got some apples, which will be my basic food source, but it's not fantastic. Really, the big push at the beginning here is to get up to stone tech as fast as you can. Yep, thanks, Noel. That's very, very nice of you. Why would you want me to fall? So one of the things we can do now is, if we make sticks, and I think like this, we can make shears. So the next step is to make a wooden barrel, and we can start making dirt out of it. So you put enough organic material into the barrel, like leaves for example, and they turn into dirt, and we grow our island. In the meantime, keep chopping on trees, and yeah, I want to get the second tree up soon. Then we can use these silkworms we've been collecting to get string, and that'll help us make a mesh sieve, and then we can start making stone. So, sapling, more dirt. Oh, it's not done yet. So I'm sure Steve's maximum enjoyment from this would be if I managed to vein mine the whole platform that I'm standing on, as he was telling me about a catastrophic failure from a group he likes to watch. But we're going to try not to do that this time. Sorry, Steve. Also, getting all of my stuff back would be terrible if there was no tree. Like, it would be an auto fail. Unless I spawned a sapling in or something, I would just have to restart the entire world. And I have seen people do that to themselves, but I'm hoping not to do that, especially as I've been forewarned about that danger. You know? Learn from other people's mistakes rather than suffer them myself. That whole business. More planks. And since we bring up the possibility of falling and dying and losing everything, let me store some stuff. I do need some food though. Oh. And light is good. So, Steve, would you consider playing a progression pack like this? I know you're not a fan of regular Minecraft, but this is a little more guided. That was a fast sapling. Is it still too uncontrolled for you, I guess, or not enough pointers for quests and that kind of stuff? I should stop double stacking. Actually, while I'm at it, let me do that. So the book you start with, you can build a stand for it. This way it just hangs out there. Not enough to do. You can get all the way up to like nuclear reactors, so let's see. Used a crook, made a sapling, made dirt. Okay. I do want to get another barrel, just in case it rains, because water is really precious at the beginning. And I will need at least one water bucket to make my cobblestone generator. So let's throw that down there. Actually, let's make a second one for dirt too. Go a little bit faster. Oops. I'll just build bigger, fancier things, you know? Own a giant castle. Doesn't everyone dream of megalomania? Isn't that kind of what you do in life? This is hopefully far enough. Put my dirt block there. So, we're going to try to get some string now. I guess the point is really self-motivation, isn't it? It's, you know, you set yourself a goal and you fulfill it and you just kind of keep chaining forward. Okay, need a few more. Need another tree. Okay. Oh, I guess that's fair. There's actually a server I play this on with a bunch of people, and it's kind of more amusing when you have other people. You get to listen to the kinds of projects they're working on, and also there's a function built in so that you can pay your respects when they fall off their island and die, which is a good time. Silkworm. Let's make the string happen. There we go. That should be pretty fast. So the silkworms will slowly infect all the leaves here, and once they're all fully infected, they all become string. String becomes a mesh, and then I can sieve some of the dirt that I've been working on. I'm in a tree now. And turn it into stone. And then I can make cobblestone and really take off with everything. Need some sort of cover for these. There. It's the greatest roof ever. It'll stop all the water from gathering in my barrels, though. Well, okay, you don't have to talk to other people. You could just be amused when they fall off and die, you know? There's other ways to interact with people. Oop, no! Damn. Alright, more leaves. And that's the whole point of you watching my stream, right? Is to hope that I fall off and die so you can laugh. I don't know what the deal is with all these saplings just bouncing off the trunk and flying, but it's not cool. Hi, Larissa. How are the dogs in your warm weather, which I hate you for? Alright. Oh, that sucks. Not a fan of this whole crap with them flying away like that. Ugh. Yeah, this blizzard doesn't seem to be doing exactly what they thought it would do, but there's still a lot of snow outside, and it's cold and windy, and generally kind of miserable. Jeez. Yeah, it's a little tiny island. And yes, I agree with you entirely. Snow sucks. It should all go away. I think we made a couple more achievements. So, get string, infest, collect rainwater. So the next step is the getting stone by sieving, but all my string flew off the fucking island when I broke the tree, so we'll have to try again. Meanwhile, I think we can actually expand the island a little bit more. Yeah, go ahead and laugh. It's gonna happen a lot. Lost stuff is a big part of this pack. It's okay, it's not the worst. There's a couple really bad ones I've had on the server where I'm playing and like a stack of emeralds went flying off, which was pretty terrible. You know, I'm pretty sure I know what happens if I jump off. There's this big empty nothingness, and that looks like a sun down there, so... No, I'm not quite cold enough to try jumping into the sun yet, but I'll keep it in mind. How's that? Is this done yet? Can I harvest this now? Yes, all the string. Okay. Proceeding can happen now. So, now I can build a mesh. And then I can build a sieve to put it in. Let's get one more. And the nice thing about these sieves is they actually work in up to a 5x5 grid. So if you put a couple of them together and you have a stack of blocks to work with, they'll automatically transfer to other sieves, which is nice. So, throw that down. Get some more dirt to sieve. I don't know if I would call it good advice. And yeah, you start out with a piece of dirt and a tree. There is a book, this book here, if you want to use it to help guide what you're doing. Or you can just kind of take a chance and hope you get it right, I guess. If you're feeling lucky. Put a little wall behind this. Just so nothing goes flying out. Alright. And then let's sift some dirt. So I'm hoping to get little stone pieces now, the ones that are on my bar. And you can craft 4 of them into a cobblestone, and we'll need a bunch of those so we can start generating more stone. I think if we can get like a couple dozen cobblestone, it'll be a good start. Alright, not bad. So 11 cobblestone, I need 6 of them to make a generator. I should not throw anything. 6 makes a generator. I need 4 to turn into lava. Oh, I need bone meal to make the crucible though. How am I getting bone meal? I just have dust. So I need to make a hammer. Yep. Alright, this is going to take a little bit, I think. But the next step, now that I've got some cobblestone, is I need to start reducing the stone with a hammer down into smaller things, and then you can sift it to get other elements besides stone, like you can get bone meal from the dust, or you can get redstone from sand and stuff. Yes, you can sift all sorts of materials. Once I do enough of that, I should hopefully be able to build up some bone meal, and I need to make an item called the crucible, which you can heat up with a torch to then melt cobblestone into lava. And once you have the lava, then you can make a cobblestone generator. So, more dirt. More dirt is always necessary. And for more dirt, we need more leaves. That way we can compost, these mean weird trees. So everything kind of builds continually on itself in this in order to get anywhere. And the first part, you do spend a lot of time dancing with trees. Why do you think it's stressful, Larissa? That's why you have to build your island out, you know? There's always the initial risk that your sapling will go off. That's the worst thing that can happen, but once that's over, it's not that bad. A lot more string. Well, so once again I'm coming back around to Steve here because he has the greatest example of this, but the greatest rage comes, I think, when you accidentally mine out the whole platform underneath you, because there is an application that allows you to mine any connected segment of the same type of block. So like the wooden planks here, these are all half planks, and so if I was to group mine these, they would all go away. If you lose your sapling, that's it. You need to start over. So now I can hammer this cobblestone and turn it into gravel, reduce it again, and it turns into sand, and once more, and it turns into dust. And then I can sieve the dust and hopefully get bone meal. Or just a piece of iron ore. That sucked. Okay. Well, definitely need a lot more. It's, it may not be quite as dramatic. It's something else. I don't know if it's worth seeing. Wood, trees. Well, I don't know if it's all a happy movie, because, I mean, on the one hand, sure, I'm dancing with the tree, but on the other hand, I'm also using a sapling to cut down a tree, which seems almost like cannibalism to me, so however you feel about it. We're one fish away from this being a Monty Python sketch. Nom, 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 nom. Oh, I forgot about that. Shit, that's creepy. That nom nom noise. So there is a mod that allows you to kind of fill up your hunger very, very slowly on rain. So if you look up while it's raining, sometimes you hear that nom nom noise as you eat, for lack of a better word. There's no thirst meter, so it is all just about the food bar there, hunger. Oh, I have more dirt. So, possibly the longest part of the start, trying to get enough bone meal to make a crucible. If it helps, the first time I ever heard that noise in this mod, I freaked out because I thought there was a monster on my island, and there aren't supposed to be any monsters initially. It's not big enough. Again, breaking down for dust. Man, I was gonna break. Oh, shit! Got attacked by a tree. Alright, we can get some bone meal now. Am I getting any? Oh, good, I got a couple. This is a good start. And then the next thing I need is clay. So, that water barrel that I set aside earlier, eventually I'm going to be filling it with dust. And that will make clay. Combine clay with combine clay with bone meal to make porcelain, to make a crucible, to make lava, to make a cobblestone generator, and on and on and on. In the meantime, that's not a tree. That's a tree. I have all these damn seeds to deal with. I think I need to make some sort of storage crate. I'll make this. Okay. So I need 4 sticks. And 4 planks and a log. So make that part. And then 4 chests and 4 planks. Put the keys in there, build these around, and boom, storage case. Nice. Oh, I'm jealous, Steve. I have work tomorrow for sure. I'll trade. You can go to my job for tomorrow, and I'll take the day off. Do you like the Rainbow Noel? I got the actual editions manual. Nice. So one of the things that happens is as you start to use different mods, their manuals will pop up in your inventory. It can be a real pain if you're trying to keep everything clean. But the manuals are supposed to be kind of a complete in-game wiki so that you don't have to resort to outside means in order to learn how the mod works. Oops, I need leaves. Okay, means I need more shears. This is great. I know exactly what I'm doing here. I am not making this up as I go. Not at all. Completely and totally in control of the situation. Leaves. What are you doing over here? A little more dirt. Oops. Let's save my saplings if I can. So let's sip some more dirt. Do I have any extra? So, more dirt, still doing the chain, trying to get down to dust and then get bone meal from it. I need 3 more bone meal to progress. It was a good day off, wasn't it, Steve? I pretty much played Final Fantasy XIV all day. Right. Cobble to gravel. Gravel to dust. And dust to bone meal, let's hope. Come on. Yes, 3 bone meal, that's exactly what I needed. So, now I just need a couple more dust to make the clay, and then we can get the show on the road. So, more dirt. Let's hope they sift out. Actually, it's perfect. That's everything I needed. So we can turn these 2 down to dust, and hopefully get that done before it starts raining, because I need 2 barrels of water for this. now, the magic of clay. Keep raining. Ah, son of a bitch. Okay, there's another way to do this. I can make an oak crucible and turn saplings into water. Right? Like this. Yeah, go ahead, keep laughing. You suck. Okay, that method's a little bit slower, but it should yield the same results. Meanwhile, I can file all this stuff away. This needs to be broken. Going to need a furnace next. Actually, I'm going to keep these out. And then, just to be safe, put these away. That's next to be used. Kill the tree. Kill all the trees. We are eco-friendly here. Yeah, well, Noel, you at the very least should be very familiar with how my string of luck has been running in video games recently. I've been doing a whole bunch of attempted high-quality crafting in Final Fantasy XIV, and there's essentially a quality meter you build up over time. The higher the quality meter, the better the chance that you'll get a good item out of your craft. And without fail, if I get it to 98%, I never get the high-quality item. Like, I don't think Final Fantasy knows how statistics work, because their 99% is like a 1% success rate for me. I might have seen a high-quality item this week, once. I've been doing a lot of crafting. So also maybe just the slightest bit salty about that, but they've just been fucking me really hard, and it's not pleasant. I can hear you laughing back there. Alright, almost there. 5 cobblestone. This thing is almost done turning saplings into water somehow. I don't pretend to understand how. So now dust. Fantastic. More dirt. And now I can craft the crucible. Nope, you don't go there, leaves. Go away. There's my crucible. Now I just need a furnace to cook it in. And yes, all the elements necessary to cook something are coming from a tree. It's fantastic. So, everything I've learned about life, I've learned from Minecraft, and what Minecraft has taught me is that all of the base elements of life exist in a tree, including the larger stuff like rocks and fire and monsters. All of them are part of a tree. So, you can actually blame all of life on trees. So we've got a furnace. Now cook the crucible. Need a little bit more cobblestone. Right, I also need some torches. Oh shit, don't throw that. So the crucible somehow is powered on a torch, a single torch, and it can gain enough heat to melt stone and turn it directly into lava, which makes perfect sense to someone. Not to me. But it's okay, we're not picky. Put that there. What do they have? charcoal. Charcoal with sticks makes a torch. And we can continue moving. So, place torch. Use my convenient leaves to place that thing. And then I need more stone. To the sift. Sieve thing. To sift at the sieve, maybe? I think that's what I'm doing. Alright, and that's on the way. So while we wait, more trees. Oh, actually I need water for the cobble gen. And then I'll need 6 pieces of cobblestone, I think. Plus some clay. Oh shit, I got a bunch more to do. Okay. So I need 6 pieces of clay to make the necessary buckets. And then I need 6 pieces of cobblestone to make the cobblestone generator. So a little bit more dirt here. Keep working on my trees. Yeah, the trees kind of attack sometimes. Not much I can do about it, really. But I do need a lot more leaves, so I'm gonna have to keep going. All this dirt is done. Keep on going, keep on going. We're actually making pretty good progress time, I think. Well, it's only fair, right? I mean, I'm murdering the tree pretty continually to get all of this. Can you believe all of this came out of one tree? It's kind of weird. How am I doing in stone bits? Got 6 now? 5 now? Okay. Keep on going. We're almost there. Dump all these seeds. It's ridiculous how many seeds they give you, considering you can't start farming forever. I need 2 dust. So the 2 dust will help me make more clay. Clay makes buckets. Buckets mean I can carry lava without dying, which, considering my entire universe is made out of wood right now, is a really good idea. You know, somebody's gonna trust us with all this lava, because why not? How are we doing? It's a third of the way there. Okay. So I have to do a couple of trees without shears just to restock on saplings. It's okay, this is going pretty fast though. Dirt, dirt, dirt. Might actually have enough now to finish everything. You can eat the bacon? This is an odd question. I don't understand. What else do you do with bacon? Okay, well, let's look at the uses for bacon. I can turn 4 bacon with a knife into biomash, whatever that's for. And I can use... Holy crap, bacon generates a ton of power. That's ridiculous. Hello, Mingoweed. How are you doing? Get bacon, though. That would be fantastic. I need a source of pigs first. I think. I mean, it doesn't actually tell me how to get bacon, so I'm assuming it's just from murdering pigs. I guess we'll find out. That can be our goal for today. start up wholesale pig slaughter and fuel everything with bacon. How am I doing on water? Almost done. Halfway done. Let's keep going. Why does biomass at all sound appealing? So, one of the ways Minecraft will spawn random animals on grass blocks as long as they're not too close to you. I think they have to be like 20 blocks away or something. So what I eventually will do is I'll branch out and build a little island further away with a fence around it and make the entire center grass, and hopefully we can get some passive mobs that way. And then if I build another island that's dark and I wall it off, you can spawn hostile mobs there at night. You dropped your cap. Oh, I see. And yeah, the chicken mod is fantastic. So one of the things they pack in with this is a mod that I've been horrifying you guys a little bit with already, but it essentially allows you to genetically engineer whatever chickens you want, and they can, instead of laying eggs, lay all sorts of horrific things for you, like uranium or glass. Yeah. You know, in case you really, really, really hate chicken, and you just want to make it suffer. I don't know, but they're cool. It's a lot of fun to have random stuff come from chickens, and the automation helps a lot because then there's less of this running around poking each individual machine. So, cooking this bucket. Now that it's done, I can carry lava in it. Unfortunately, with the clay buckets, you only get one carrier of lava, and then it disintegrates, and you kind of have to start over. Once I can get up to like an iron bucket or an aluminum bucket, it gets a little bit better. $20 or so. Okay, it's kind of like what I said, but not exactly. Am I that incomprehensible? I mean, it looks almost like he was just kind of typing out what I was saying, but a lot of the words were wrong. Mingo, you want to shed some light on what you're doing? Oh, okay, well, that clears that up. Thanks for watching. That, it's keeping it interesting. Need another bucket of water. Alright, almost there, almost to the magical cobble gen. And then we can move on. Oh. It sticks. Come on. Alright, so make another crook. Keep harvesting leaves. The water should be done soon, and then we can... No, soon. In quotes. Blizzard soon. But my lava is done. Hey, should we be changing the Nightbot statement? Is it still curse or is it Twitch now? Larissa? Noel? But not the link, the statement itself. Oh, I need to do Tinker's stuff now. Sticks. So need one of those. Those. Part builder. How do you make the tool station? It's a crafting bench, I think. Yep. Pattern chest. Alright, so I get to start on Tinker's Construct now, which is great. I get to make all sorts of cool tools. That was not how you do that. There we go. Okay. I am making Tinker's Construct workstations. They allow me to make better tools, more variability on the materials and stuff than the standard tools that come with Minecraft, and they're kind of, in this mod pack they level up. I think they use something called iguana tweaks. So basically the more you use your tools, the better they get. They can be repaired, which regular tools can't. What are all of those? Cookies? I am really confused. What? Okay. Thanks for the cookies, I guess. But I want to make an axe, so I need patterns for an axe. I need to have the axe head, tool rod, and something to bind it with. And then you come over here and you put in raw materials, and you can make pieces. Wow, they've made them really expensive now. Then you take them over here and you can pick which tool you want to make. So I'm making an axe, and then you just kind of fill in the blanks, I guess. But the nice thing is, once I come back, rather than having to remake a whole tool, instead of having to remake a whole tool, I can make a specific part. Like if I want to upgrade the axe head to be metal, I can do that. And then it saves materials, kind of saves a little bit of time, and you don't lose the experience you've gained with whatever you're working on. Oh, I can make the cobble gen now. Cobble gen. Right? Oh, one thing missing. Glass. Alright, last step for cobblestone generation. I need to take this and turn it into glass. So I make sand, cook sand, and then put everything together. Need that, and then this juicer will help me with food. Turns apples into apple juice, which is much more saturating. We have glass. And our first machine. We can call it a factory now. This box is magic. It takes the lava and water I put into it and no other inputs for the rest of its life, and if I click on it, I get stone. So now I don't have to sift anymore. At least not for that. I still have to sift for tons of other resources, but plenty of cobblestone, and it can be upgraded. Next, let's see what the book says. So, made a cobblestone generator, made a tinker's tool. From flint, though. Alright, so to get flint, I need to make gravel, and then sift gravel. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully better than the bone meal. Once we have flint, I can make a better axe head and actually upgrade the axe, and I should be getting more metal bits out of this, which hopefully one day I can make some ingots. But let's see what I got. 5 flint, copper, iron, and lead. It's not a bad start. Just gonna put this away for now. So here's apple juice. Keep me fed. I'll put my bucket away for the moment, and we can work on those tools. Alright, so if I come back over here, and I pull off these wood shards, I can use the same patterns, but now with flint instead, and make a flint axe head, which has higher durability, it'll work faster, and in theory it could cut a harder tree, although I think trees only seem to have one hardness to them in this game. So let's store that. Then then tool station, if I put in my axe and put this, now I can make a flint axe. Now we're fancy. And look how fast it goes. Marginal improvements. Woo! Alright, what's next? So now we're in the Stone Age, and here, now it wants me to make rooms for mob spawning. So 25 blocks away for spawning mobs and obtaining loot. And then another one for spawning animals in. So let's, I need to gather a little bit more wood, and then we can do that. Kind of afraid of how to handle the mob room just because of creepers. It's not really going to be fun. If they blow up, they might take everything with them. So I think I have to do like a two-floor approach, and I'll need a lot of torches to light it up with. So let's make some charcoal. Get a bunch of torches, and then I guess we'll build out that way. Oh, hey Noel, it's south. We're gonna build the mob room south. Yeah, go that way. And just to make sure that the whole island's not made out of the same material. I'm not a huge fan of explosions. No, at least not in my base. You know, I'm talking to you, Chris, by the way, if you're here. Explosions farther away are fine. 3, 4. So we have to go 25 blocks away. Crap. I don't have a pickaxe. Shit. Flint. Well, it's time to make new tools, I guess. So I need a new pattern. I need a pickaxe head pattern. And then I can make that out of flint. Oh, this one. Beautiful. And then I can go back and make the same other pieces, the tool rod and the binding. And it's magic. I have a pickaxe now. Look at that. Alright. How far are we? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need a bunch more stone for this. That's 10 blocks. 15 more away. It means I need 30 platforms. That should be good enough. Oh, and actually this is far enough that monsters can spawn already. So, next thing, torches. And we already have some places that mobs could spawn, which isn't really phenomenal. So that makes it better, I think. And the island is mostly safe. Better. No chance of archers to be hiding over my head. I like this. Actually, I think I can make a builder's wand now. This will make this easier. So, to make a builder's wand, I need a stick, another stick, and a cobblestone. Like this. Yes. Alright, the builder's wand is fantastic. As long as it has durability, if you point it at something horizontally, like these stone slabs, and you have them in your inventory, it'll just keep tacking them on. Which makes it a little bit easier than trying to hover over and place each individual block every step. And then as long as, I don't do something colossally stupid, like leap off the world, I should be able to get to a place where I can build my mob farm. So, torches. And I think that's probably far enough. So how do I want to do this? I want to have monsters in a pit if possible. I have accidentally fallen off the world, not in this playthrough, but it has happened to me. There is a mod in here called Graves, and if you fall, your grave with all your stuff will end up all the way down there at the bottom of the void. So if you have someone with flying, or if you can fly yourself, you could theoretically go and collect it. Makes absolutely no sense, but there it is. And I guess it doesn't seem that nice anyways, because the necessary technology to go and get your grave at that point probably means you don't need whatever you lost. So it's kind of just like it's a taunt, you know, haha, here we are, you can't get my stuff, or your stuff, whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. Could, in theory, build down to it, but building platforms below is dangerous and difficult. It involves water and diving and not falling to your death or drowning at the same time in midair. Probably end up doing it soon though, because I need to. One of the things in the book is to build a layer of my base below mine, and that's the only way I can think of to do it. Aside from trying to like suicide build and taking just a couple blocks, diving to my death to place something, and then respawning and doing it again. Alright, so Builder's Wand is helping out a lot. And then, light this place up. Hopefully we can get monsters only spawning in one particular area, which we will put kind of right here in the middle. Oop, no. Go away, wood block. You're in the wrong spot. So if we can place a little bit more here. I think I'm going to end up with just kind of a pit for some monsters to spawn in, and we'll see how that goes to start. I need a door. Door's a good idea. I should probably put a crafting bench over there while I'm at it. Like that, and then door. You get 3 doors. That's nice. Oh, that's phenomenal. I need a sword. And we're off to a great start. That's not a sword. That's a sword. Hi, zombie. Go away. We don't like you here. Hey, first kill. Alright, let's get over there before anything else shows up. Oh. Oh. Great. So one of the mods in this pack creates these named character heroes. They're based on famous Minecraft players, I guess, or streamers or whatever. And they are a lot tougher than normal monsters, so they can be a real pain if you're not ready for them. Fortunately, we were able to kill them without too much effort. Crafting station. So, need to enclose this place from light. What's the best way to do that? Oh, what? That was weird. Just kind of suddenly started cruising forward. It's not dark enough in here. So what if I built the door... Actually, what if I put a door there, and then built up like a little opening vestibule thing? Yeah, I'm trying not to accidentally walk off the world. You know, it seems good for my health to not do that. It's only dark enough in the back corners now. So these X's here are kind of a readout of light level, and the mobs need to have a low enough a low enough light level to spawn. So the yellow is a theoretical area where passive mobs like sheep and cows and stuff could spawn if there was also grass and trees. The red is where hostile monsters could spawn as long as I'm far enough away. So I need to keep decreasing the amount of available light here. And I'm wondering if maybe if I keep adding on this way, that'll do it. But I also need to make sure that no mobs are going to spawn out here in my walk area, because if they do, then I die. Not fun. There's enough space for a little bit. I need to get like some sort of light blocking door. I wonder if they have anything like that. What door options do I have? It's hard to tell if any of these are not transparent. Maybe the spruce door? Also think I want to put some sort of wall up so that I'm not right on the edge there. But for the meantime, that'll cover hostile monsters, and we can go over there kind of at our leisure since it's all blocked off and try to kill things and hope there's no creepers. Creepers are bad. Next, what's next? Make a field of grass. I don't have enough dirt for that. I don't want a tree farm right now though. So, build a second layer to my island. We can try that. That's gonna be fun. I need water. Grab a tree while I'm here. I'm going to build the second layer out of stone, I think, so we'll keep some cobblestone. We don't need to take all of it, though. And then extra torches at the moment we're good. Extra door can go away. I do not want to die, so most of my tools are going to go into storage, I think. Just in case I do die and go plummeting off the world. But I will bring ladders. Ladders are good. Like this. Okay. So hopefully, if all goes according to plan, I can build a little platform and a ladder coming back up so that I don't fail every time by trying to swim and drowning or whatever. Wait, why am I accidentally walking off the base when Noelle's watching? She would never give it up. That sounds like the wrong thing to do. Oh, I've made a mistake. All my stuff is over here through the tree. Alright, so really, once I get the second platform, I should start moving stuff downstairs and space out a bit, because this is kind of cramped quarters. And I could get rid of this weird roof thing, move all this downstairs, that could go, this could go, start turning it into a real base instead of just kind of a weird thing. I have auto cobble. Upgrade my mob farm to kill monsters automatically. I could do that with spikes, actually, once I have enough iron. Can we get out of stone? That's pretty cool. Compressed cobblestones. That's 12, 14, 16, 18 cobblestone and 3 sticks. I have to restructure the mob farm. Wait, so why... coming back to doing the wrong thing here, why is that a good idea? You're exactly is not helping convince me. It's just kind of confusing. These. Larissa? Oh. Well, that's rude. You should be answering questions instead. So the question was, why exactly do I want to be doing the wrong thing in this case and walking off the world while Noelle's watching? How is this a good idea? I asked the question like 5 minutes ago. I blame you for this one. You and your need to eat. Nothing, so it's wrong. That's what I'm getting here. I should just keep believing that. I mean, you'd have Steve to laugh about it with. Is that not good enough? Steve, I don't think you're good enough for Larissa. I'm sorry, she doesn't want to laugh with you. Good timing. So, we're making good progress. I'm gathering up a bunch of metal bits here. All these little metal pieces, I guess, are supposed to represent like the tiny infinitesimal amounts of iron and whatnot that are in the gravel. And I can turn 4 of them into an iron chunk and make it to an iron ingot, and then make stuff, which is really exciting. Everything is making stuff. But the nice thing is, it's not just iron. I've got gold, copper, nickel, silver, aluminum, and lead. That sounds like a project you would work on. Alright, and we have our water. So, now the magical attempt to make a new platform. I need the cobblestone. I don't need the hammer. So, I place the water bucket here. Is it here? There we go. Save the bucket. So the fun here is now I have to jump into the water stream and somewhat swim up it so I don't keep sinking down into the void, but don't fall out of it. Swim enough on the edge that I have air, and then build the platform. All in one shot. So let's see how this goes. So, work my way out to the edge here, so I have some air. And then... and I did it! That's really rude, Noelle. Like, really rude. No, I don't intend to fall off. If I do, it's not, you don't get to claim credit for it, you're just a jerk. Lag on the edge, not fun lag. I don't appreciate this. If you suddenly started trying to download like 50 things to terminate my bandwidth, I hate you. Alright, swim back up. Okay, and I made it. I'm alive. Much to viewer dismay. Yeah, Minecraft is trying to kill me. It's always trying to kill me. Alright, so now I can take some stone and stone platform. Now I can actually build my way down there, and on the way I can place ladders. So let's, yeah. Okay. Good, and then platform. That can go there. Put a little bit more here. Place some ladders, and we are in business with a lower platform. And then I can close that gap up. And collect the water. Success! Complete success. I'm worried about this. I heard Noelle sneaking around behind me. I'm afraid she's trying to sabotage things.
I'm attacking your cat.
That's like sabotage. And then no monsters down here. Spray my monster raid in the form of torches. Keep pushing up the platform, and except for the weird double-clicking blocks, because I hate that stupid bug. We're good. Everyone's happy. No rage here. Right? That was convincing. And clearly you don't know Noelle very well. She likes sabotage. Which is like sabotage. Hi, who are you and what are you doing? Get out of here. Oh shit, that hurt. How did you get out of the box? Seriously, how did he get out of the box? I lit the... Oh, the top. It's not lit on top. Shit. Stupid other dimensions screwing me over. Having to account... No, I have to account for things in 3 dimensions. I was not properly prepared for this. Like so. Oh, and there's ones over there too. Okay, that should be better. Kind of feels a little bit terrible looking at something vaguely human-shaped and going, who let you out of the box? Go away. Doesn't say very good things, does it? Okay. Situation is back under control. So what's next? Build a second level. Don't have enough dirt, and I'm not ready to do more tree farming. Smeltery. I could do a smeltery. Is there anything else in this age? Enchant a sieve. I'm not ready for that. So, smeltery. Smeltery is a big multi-block structure that allows me to melt metals and double them, which is actually really, really useful when resources are this limited. So, to make it, I will need a bunch of clay. I have to tree farm anyways. Shit. Alright, some more tree farming it is. And I need a whole... Oh, I can make better shears now, I think. Stone shears? Stone shears? I need smooth stone for that, though. Okay, so the wooden shears that I was making break a ton, so we're going to do a little better this time. We're going to do better by making stone shears, which require, surprise, surprise, lots of stone. Unfortunately, not the cobblestone variety. That would be too easy. So, I'll make coal first. Waiting on my furnace. And then with the coal... Oh, yeah, okay. Now I can make stone. While that's cooking, let's make a tree. Tree. So this has been the dancing episode. Spent a lot of time dancing at trees, twerking at trees if you read the manual. But eventually this should be automatable, which I'm really looking forward to. Good. Stone. Make shears. Collect all the leaves. Look at that. They didn't break on a whole tree. It's fantastic. We're really moving up in the world on efficiency. And then I have enough stone to make more. Keep going. Much better. Okay. What if I can make shears here? Repairable shears. Doesn't look like it. You can make clay shears? That's pretty cool. Make some sort of charged shears. That's a lot of electricity. Okay then. I guess we're stuck with stone shears for the while. I do enjoy the tree dance, but automation is the name of the game. It's a SkyFactory after all, so you want to have robot arms putting everything together and destroying your labor force, not have a labor force which is just me putting everything together and running from place to place. Anyways, the dancing seems to be of only moderate efficiency. Half the time I think the tree is just laughing at me. Oh, leaves. Alright, now I can make a lot more dirt. This is good. Since I'm making dirt anyways, I should probably make the passive mob spawning field and see if I can do bacon. And now that I have Noel's attention, more bacon. I should probably put a few more barrels downstairs. Actually, I kind of want to see... I want to make a sword. I want to go see what's in there. So, sword requires sword blade and some sort of handguard. And then material. So I'm going to make the blade out of flint to start. And then have a little bit of wood to make everything else. So, sword blade, flint. Actually, I have those chunks still. I think I can make something out of those. Where is this? Okay, let's see if we can use up these waste products and be a little bit more efficient. And then some sort of handle. Much better. And now we can make a sword. This kind of sword. It's fancy. Woohoo! Need food. Fill these back up, make some more dirt. Yes, swords are good, sharp objects are good. Everyone should have sharp objects. Well, maybe not everyone. I think it's all about your attack style. So this is your pretty typical broadsword. It hits pretty hard, but it's not very fast. And apparently it's good against cobwebs too, because other swords wouldn't be good against cobwebs, I guess. And then this is the one I made. This is a longsword. So it has a lunge attack, and it's a little bit faster. And then this one is a rapier, so it's very, very, very quick. The right click is a retreat function instead of an attack function. And it doesn't do very much damage. You kind of poke them full of holes until they bleed to death. or something like that. Yeah. I think if you upgrade the tool station, you can also make other swords and get really crazy with it. But let's see what our monster room has created. Oh look, there's a... Ow. Hey, fuck you. I don't have a good method for dealing with creepers. No, no scimitars. I'm not sure what they would include for a specialty attack with that. Oh, there's a skeleton in there too. Ow. Alright, I need a little bit more healing. That hurts. Yeah, I'm trying not to set off the creeper. They're not my favorite house guests. I really did not have a good contingency for how to deal with them, though. I think there's a type of mob farm I've seen where you can build it so that they spawn and then they fall onto a platform, and the platform, you can see their legs, so you can hack them off the knees, but because they can't see you, they don't explode. And I would love to get to that point. This lag needs to stop. Holy shit. I'm so afraid I'm just going to pitch over into the unknown. Why would it... Noelle, you have terrible ideas. Okay. Oh shit! Do not like this game creeper. Oh, fuck. No, her ideas are not entertaining, they're terrible, and she's actually the evil one here. Like, I don't know if you've noticed this, but her ideas are the ones that would cause chaos and mayhem and death. Holy shit. Way too close for comfort. Die, spider. Alright. Everything... no, not everything's dead. That is the worst possible thing to have in the corner. Jesus. No! Got it. Holy crap. Alright. Mob farm works. Not very well, but it works. So let's call that quits for the moment. I got some gunpowder out of the deal. It really was! Holy shit! I didn't see it on my radar, turned the corner, and there he is. God damn it. I'm pretty sure that's what they're supposed to do, but I do not approve. So I think one of the first orders of business, either for the end of today's stream or next stream, is going to be making the mob farm where the creepers can't creep. I'm not all about this. And I might, one of the things I haven't decided on yet is I can do some of the boring, like, tree growing stuff in the middle between off streams, or I can do everything on camera, and I guess I'd like some input on what's the best way to approach that. Anyone have any ideas? Thoughts? Yeah, I wouldn't be, like, constructing anything new, but I might just collect wood, doing dirt, that kind of stuff. Because all of this, you know, you've seen me do it now dozens of times. There's no more entertaining value to it. And as long as nothing escapes there won't be anything entertaining. The thing is, if I can get a functional mob farm going, I have a chance of getting loot bags. Loot bags have a chance of dropping chance cubes, and those are always fun. Oh, what was that? Are you making a mess? Good job. Very proud of you. Food again. Eating is definitely an inconvenience. What was I working on? Smeltery. I can do that. I think I've said that already. So, let me continue gathering for the smeltery. You know, you shouldn't drop phones. I hear that's not good for them. Yeah, the guidebook thing is cool. And it's nice because it can give you structure even if you don't exactly follow its steps. So it does help kind of guide and... I mean, yeah, it's a guidebook, it guides, but it helps give you a little bit more direction than I think vanilla Minecraft does, where it's just kind of, okay, here's a world, have fun, don't die. So actually, maybe you'd enjoy this more, Noel. I can make a better mesh now. Actually, make 2. And a couple more sieves. Correct, they just don't spawn near me. They also need grass. So I would have to build, I would have to gather more dirt, and then it needs to be sunny, so that the dirt will turn into grass. And then, or actually I might have grass seeds that I could use. That would be better. Let me see, grass seed? Grass seeds. Grass seeds, I do have grass seeds. So, I could put down a bunch of dirt, and then grab the grass seeds, and turn it into a grassy field, and then you might get friendly monsters. Something you think I should do right now? Oh. Alright, good night. Oh, Thunder Snow is the greatest. I wish we had that right now. So, only if I look up, and I have hunger, which I don't right now, so I think you're good, Larissa. So, I have taken the sieve concept and upgraded it, and these 2 meshes here are flint meshes, where these are just regular string mesh. So if you look at the uses for gravel, you can see that the string mesh gives some different kinds of things, like little metal bits at certain chances. The flint mesh increases the kinds of things I can get, so I can get coal and lapis out of it, and it also changes the drop rates of these. Like my iron is 22 here, it's only 20 here. Gold goes from 3 to 6, so it's a better way to get valuable resources, and we're going to keep chaining this up until eventually we have diamond meshes, and then automated diamond meshes, which is exciting. Also exciting because coal, I have finally hit the basic energy producing resource, which is usually everywhere in the game. They really make you earn those achievements. Alright, let's continue island building. We build an animal island now. So, for Animal Island, I need more torches still. Now we can use this coal. So 1 coal will burn 8 things, and if I use the coal to burn 8 logs, we'll get 8 charcoal, which has the same duration as coal, so then I can make 64 things. And yeah, the sieves are fantastic. Eventually, once I have more resources and do a little bit of base prettying, I'll get 25 of them in a 5x5 grid. It's the most you can run at once, and that way you can run almost half a stack in the sieves at the same time. It really helps to speed up the process until you get automation going. We're going to go this way, and then take the builder's wand. Alright, I think this is a pretty good distance. Start spreading out the island. And then have some animals spawn, hopefully. 1, 2, 3. That was kind of terrifying. Holy shit. More slabs, but we're getting there. This is good progress. Yes, I'm trying not to die. That is the big goal. Keeping it in mind. Now I need some torches. That's not how you make a torch. Okay. Oh, actually, I want to make fences for this island. I think that would be nice. So do it like this. We should have enough. Maybe one more set. Yeah, like that. And more dirt. Need more dirt. Which means the interior is 6x6, so we need 36 dirt, I think, to fill this out. This should be a nice space. 2, 6, and hopefully I can get a good amount of cows, maybe a couple pigs, and chickens. Chickens is the big one that I really need to get started on the chickens mod. And once we do that, we will have unlimited access to everything as soon as I make an army of iron ore laying chickens. Pickaxe. It's okay. I can keep going. This is not a failure. How does she get confused by Celsius? What did you do? Oh, did you tell her it's like 0 degrees outside and she kind of lost her mind? Because that's happened before when she comes to look at my weather.com. And it says it's 0 and she goes, it's so freaking cold! And like, no, it's actually like 32 degrees outside. Just calm down. How are we doing on the dirt front? We have 22 dirt. Need to do a few more trees to finish this off. So I might end up filling up the dirt spaces on this island off stream, but for the moment, we'll at least get us started and get some grass going. And if the rain ever stops, maybe we'll get some happy mobs. They can be happy to see us for all of 2 seconds before I run over and murder them. Alright, solid progress. Get a little bit more stone. I love this auto-producing stone box thing. It's fantastic. There's a back before the tiny progressions mod, which added that box, there was a different way to make a cobblestone generator, and what you had to do was suspend a single block of lava next to a water block, and then when you mined out the center block, they would intersect and you would get lava, but it was dangerous. You lost your cobblestone half the time, and you could burn yourself up, or in the case of one of my older skyblock maps, you could destroy everything you built in the span of about 5 seconds, which is kind of heartbreaking. So I'm really glad we've upgraded. Maybe for fun, I will build one of the old style cobble gens just to show off, but it's not a practical build at all. And you cannot reach those planets. I think they're just a backdrop. I mean, yeah, so actually, the first time I fired up SkyFactory3 when they first released it, I didn't know about tiny progressions and this cobblestone generator, so I built the old one that I'm used to. And I had kind of forgotten about how it, the pitfalls of using it, because it's been a while since I'd built one. No, sadly, that would be Galacticraft, which is another great mod pack, or great mod in that case. Galacticraft lets you build a spaceship and go to other planets, and then, yeah, I suppose you could mine them. There's also bosses to kill, cheese to mine on the moon, all sorts of good stuff. Pretty good. Just need to get the shears. Alright, how am I doing on time? I have 20 minutes left. That's enough to finish this island, and something else maybe. Alright, got enough leaves to keep going with the dirt. I think I said 14 more to finish the island. I'm at 3, that's 6 I can make. Perfect, I have enough. And the rain even stopped. Let me plant grass seeds so that that can get started. And see if we can't get some cows or something. Or a crazy chicken. Crazy chicken would be great. More cobblestone. So you can never have enough cobblestone in this pack because you can build everything out of it. And once I might be able to make a chisel already. Chisel. No, I need an iron. Once I get iron, though, I can start turning the cobblestone into other blocks, make everything look nicer, and I think that will be an off-stream project, just to kind of tidy up and do nicer visual effects. But over the short term, I definitely want to get metal processing going, and then get to farming, because you can do great things with Mystical Agriculture mod. I want to get chickens. And then over the long term, I want to build up some automation for the basic sieving and resource generation. And I think that'll be great, because that'll free us up to do some other stuff like fly, go to the nether, get killed by ghasts. You know, good mid to late game content. And then build a nuclear reactor. I think that should be like the big achievement to go for. Full automated island, data storage and everything, and nuclear reactor. I might leave myself some signs so I remember what I'm doing. Actually, I'm going to do that. Not, I mean, maybe yay. I don't know if it's entertaining, I guess. If I don't lose all my stuff. How's that? So, this is going to become the goal board. And I want to say, what was I saying? Smeltery. better mob farm. Crop farm. So we'll just say mystical agriculture. Did I have one more short-term goal? Not losing everything is great. Oh, better base design. There we go. Alright, short term. And then long term, nether, flight, auto mobs, and automation. There we go. I think that'll be a good guide. That'll help keep me on track somewhat. And when I'm not following that, I can follow the book. Speaking of which, I have made a field. This is going to be a fun one. I like making automatic mob farms. I think they're a lot of fun, and it's wonderful to know that there's like a carnival of torture going on next door, and you get all the shiny loot from it. So keep farming on trees for the moment until my dirt is done. Need more shears. I'd really love to get to metal soon, because these stone tools they break way too fast. Dirt is good. Okay. This is just not spreading out the way I want it to. Does it need water or something? Guess I can put some water in here. How do I want to do this? Planks? Yes. Slabs. That's the right way to do it. And water bucket. So we'll just take a corner here. No, this is Minecraft logic. It does not necessarily require water, but we will be nice and give it water, because we're good at landscaping, right? That's just gorgeous right there. And hopefully it will all turn into something useful. Come on, you can do it. Meanwhile, I want to plug up that hole. Look at this, I can run. Woo. There. The island should be safe now. And it is lit, but there is a grass block for mobs to spawn on. A single grass block. I think I will spend a little bit of time working on some additional resources, so I need to sieve more gravel. Stack all this up. Go away, go away. I want to make an iron hammer if I have the iron. I have tons of iron. Let's do this. So I can take these chunks and I can smelt them, and they will all turn into iron ingots, which is fantastic. Make my hammer, get some more cobblestone, keep moving up in the world. Come on, iron. One more. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Iron hammer. It's magic. That way when my stone one breaks, I have something to go on. Okay, lag. Come on. Uh-oh. Minecraft may have decided it's tired of my shit. Please bear with us, more technical difficulties. Come on, Minecraft. Yeah, timing could be worse. If this doesn't revitalize itself, I might just call it for the night and see about poking at it for the rest of the week so that maybe when we come back next time things are less crashy. Oh, good, we're back. Okay. Smash everything, smashy smashy. How did I lose one? That's weird. Okay, whatever. I should be making more lava. Boom. Alright, and then sifting. Doo -doo -doo. So I'm hoping if I keep sifting the gravel, I can pull out some more flint, maybe make some more tools, or at least have repair material on hand. I'm also hoping to get a lot more metal bits so that I can start upgrading things to iron. The other thing I really should be doing is mass producing clay and sand so that I can start working towards the smeltery. And the best way to do that is to make dust and then do the water bucket method. You do not get the gravel back. No, when you sift it, you lose the block, but you gain, potentially, the contents of the block. There's a chance you'll gain nothing as well. But fortunately, because of the cobblestone generator, the gravel is essentially a renewable resource. All I have to do is take the cobble and smash more of it down with a hammer. So it's really just kind of an exercise in patience, I guess. Spending the time, to smash everything down and hopefully get the resources you want. This is part of why I'm interested in doing some of the automation stuff like the magical crops, because they increase the chance of getting the resource you actually want rather than giving you kind of a random lottery, so to speak, at a whole bunch of different things. So now we have a ton of dust. I can make some clay. Just needed to rain some more. So that's 8 clay. If I make a whole stack, which should cost me, I would need 16 clay blocks. Then I can make a smeltery, I think. Keep working on it. The smeltery, I think I said this, but it helps with ore duplication, and it also helps with ore alloying. So it's actually a really neat block, because you'll make casts of the pieces you want to pour, and then you melt the metals you want to use in your tools, and then pour them into the casts to actually produce it. It's a little more, I guess, realistic in terms of how to make metal equipment than just, oh look, I made a metal ingot, and it magically became a hammer. I guess it's not that hard to tie a metal block to a stick, but for more complicated things like a pickaxe or an axe head that has shape and an edge, it's kind of a nice way to approach realism and also limit resources. More sifting. One of the amusing things is this happens a lot on multiplayer servers, but if you have a smeltery and someone falls in it, your smeltery will end up being full of blood, and you can't really do anything with it anymore until you get the blood out of it. So you can either, I think you can alloy the blood with iron and make pig iron as a joke metal. It's like a meat-based iron, which is really freaky, but whatever. Or you can break the smeltery down and rebuild it to try and get the blood out. But I thought that was kind of a nice touch. It's like the creators knew someone was going to fall into the molten metal. Alright. Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have made an infinite water source. Shit. I'll be able to do that. Oh look, the grass is finally working. It's almost like the water helps. Oh, hopefully we'll get some mobs soon. But I need to extend the water, because instead of waiting for rain, I could be smart about this and actually make an infinite source and then just have as much water as I need. But since that's not how we play games here, we'll just keep going the way we're going. So I need 1, 2, 3, like this. That's not true. There's other bits. That's why I put seeds into it. You know, you're skipping over the essential element here, which is the thing that makes grass, and it's not the water or the dirt. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, another one of those vaguely heat. Oh, this isn't good news. I'm gonna die. Fantastic. Alright, well, that was great. Best part about this is all of my tools are now in there with the monsters. Alright, we're gonna make another sword. We're gonna try this again. Thanks. Was that your entire goal? Are you done now? Can I turn it off? Die. Okay. Got him. And here's my gravestone. Get all my equipment back. Wasn't there a torch here? I guess it's fine. Is there anybody else in here? Any creepers creeping? No, there's nobody. Alright. I really need... What I need to do, I need to sift dust and get redstone. I can then make lights that I can turn on and off, and that will really help with the mob farm, because then I can disable their spawning. I would love that right now. But I got my gear back. That was a wonderful misadventure, I guess. It cost me a bunch of iron, which I wasn't ready to give up. More dirt. Excuse me. Yeah, I think I need to gather sand and dust. Or sand and gravel. Sand and something. Alright. Boom, a bunch of gravel. Fygar, is he making lots of noise? It's his issue. Oh. Nice. Shouldn't you be nice to the delivery people? So, are you saying that Fygar is not intimidating? Have you told him he's not intimidating? Because it seems he never got the memo. Alright, 1 stack of sand. That's good. Where's my bucket? Bucket. Well, clearly he's got better things to do than listening to people telling him he can't do things, you know? He's a dog. His life's busy. Maybe he is. Maybe you're just not seeing it. That is in no way threatening. Are you sending your soulless dog after a delivery person now? Right. I don't want the death point on the map anymore. Maybe I should just keep them as a catalog. Alright, so there's been one death. I'll keep them all recorded. See how many times I die before I get a flight or something, and hopefully stop that. Let's see. I'll have to make more charcoal. So last few minutes here, I'm just gonna do a little bit more sieving, I think. But I'm gonna sieve dust and see if hopefully I can get some redstone. On dust, don't let me down. Actually, let me check this. So this is on flint mesh. There is no redstone on flint mesh. I need iron mesh. Crap. Well, I get some metal or something. I thought Boo didn't like to make friends. I thought she was too aloof for that. Nice. Send some over here. I will eat it. Noelle will not. Hawaiian pizza is fantastic. I said I thought Boo didn't like to make friends on account of being soulless. So, yes, no? For about 5 minutes, and then what happens after the 5 minutes? Soullessness kicks in. She remembers she shouldn't be friendly. Or is the terror yelling and everyone runs away from her? Alright, this is good. Alright, so the last thing we managed to get done is I now have infinite water source, and I can produce dust at my whim, not at the rain's whim, which is fantastic. Not dust, sorry, clay. So we should have now enough clay for the smeltery. I've got enough sand, I just need the gravel. So next time I think we'll start with building the smeltery, and then we can look at making some metal alloys and improving the mob farm. But this has been about 2 hours, and I think it's time to call it for the night. So this has been the Set Party Network. Tuesdays are Sandbox days, and we're playing SkyFactory3 for the foreseeable future. If there's anything you want to see me do in this mod pack, if you want to comment about the stupid death I had, or, you know, like Noelle, suggest that I jump off the world, feel free to join us in the Curse/Twitch community, and you can chat with us about it. I don't know if we have a Minecraft channel, but you can talk to us in our general channel. If you liked us, follow us, and we'll see you here tomorrow for, I think, Final Fantasy VI with Noelle. That's at 5 PST. So if you want to come, have a good time, chat with everyone, and we'll hopefully see you there. Have a good night, everyone.